First day out with the Spartan bomber, part of the Jimmy Allen series from the late 1930s. Great little series of flyers after ROG, or rise off ground, off a table. This particular one is 33-inch wingspan. Came in at around 57 grams. Needed a bit of tail weight, so add a few more grams there. Has a 10-inch prop, carved prop. Wing slides in, is held in there by magnets, and same thing with the landing gear. They slip in with wires, and then I CA'd them in place. So I've gotten a few flights with it to get it to go around the circle, and the last one was about 520 turns. I've bumped up to 640 this time. Been playing with thrust and decollage, a little bit of up elevator, mainly thrust though. I even put a little bit of wingtip weight on there just to help it go to the right. I want to have a nice right circle. So it's been a little breezy right now. It kind of comes and goes, so I'm going to hold off. Okay, here we go. All right. So I backed off the right thrust on that one and took off some of the wingtip weight, but I think I'm going to put a little bit more of the right thrust back in. It's just a bit, because I didn't like how it was wandering slightly left and right as it was going to the right. Okay, here we go, 780. A little bit less, or a little bit more right thrust. It's got a wandering quality to it, which to me is like a Dutch roll. That means that the vertical stab is too big. So I'm going to keep playing with this a bit, but it's something I might want to take a look at. I'm going to add a little bit more nose weight. No, I'm going to add a little bit of wingtip weight and see if that helps. I'm debating whether to add a little bit of tail weight too to get its nose up, rather than dealing with thrust. Okay, we'll see. Okay, 820 turns. Put a Gurney flap on the outboard wing. Ooh. Definitely caught a bit of air there, but there's some instability issues that I'm a little puzzled by. Although it did climb a little better. The Gurney flap is on the outboard trailing edge on the underside, and it's about halfway out on the wing. That's sort of a mild position to put it there, to sort of nudge it in that direction. So maybe I'll put another little strip, maybe half as long. This is a 2-inch long by 1/32 inch thick by 1/8 inch wide. If I put maybe a 1-inch length of that a little further out on the wingtip, that'll be just like adding a little bit of a nudge to keep that outer wingtip up, and hopefully keep this guy from having that wandering kind of flight pattern. If that rudder is too big, I can address that too by a couple little tricks to make it appear to be smaller. So we'll see what happens. Alright, I removed some of the tail weight and I increased the shim in the stab. So I'm trying to change the CG but still give it lift. So here we go. 1,040 turns. Whoa. Still has a wandering effect. All right, I think that's actually a good way to go. I think I can remove even more of the tail weight. Either that or there's not much to back off in terms of the shim that I put in there, so I think I'll just do the tail weight. I'll remove a little tail weight and see what happens next. Alright, I'm trying to address the scalloping that I've seen with the pattern, and I'm trying something that I learned with the Seafire, that the stab might be too big. So I've added Gurney flaps on both sides, a ½ inch down from the tip, and what that supposedly does is crosses off that effectiveness of the rudder. So I'm hoping that it doesn't wander as much, but we'll see. It's getting really breezy here for trimming, so I've got to wait this one out, but sure does look pretty up in the blue. I'm really happy with at least the aesthetics of this bird. So I'll wait for a calm spot. Here we go. Well, I think it might have helped. not wandering as much. Just hope it stays on the field and gets down. Well, I have to say, I think that was better. So I think in calmer situations, we might have a better sense of what's going on. But hopefully it just landed in a ditch and it's not in water. That would be unfortunate. So anyway, I think I'm going to put it aside for the time being until the wind dies down a bit further. Maybe within the hour it'll lessen a bit and give us a better chance to do some more trim flying. Well, I lucked out here. He actually landed on some softer grass too. Hope he's okay. Yeah, this bird needs a little bit of attention, but you can see how close to the edge we came. Very close. All right, though. Good first day out with this guy.